Come on, man.
Neighborhood, you bastard. Fuck out of the neighborhood. Get the fuck. Get him. Get off. Come on.
The fuck you doing, man? What are you doing? You're gonna kill him.
I don't care. Oh.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. It's hard to defeat a legend, and Donald Trump is indeed legendary. This tweet being the greatest tweet possibly ever sent in the history of politics. Hard to argue, really. Donald Trump saying he's got the best taco bowls in Trump Tower. This is the original tweet right here. It's up thanks to Elon Musk. 95,000 retweets. 136,000 likes. It's the greatest thing ever. Donald Trump with the taco bowl, and more importantly, he has a photo of his ex-wife there in a bikini underneath it. Did you see that? That's Marla Maples right there in a bikini. So eating a taco bowl on top of a photo of his ex-wife wearing a bikini. Absolute legend, Cinco de Mayo. Now, what happens when Donald Trump posts things like that? What happens when Donald Trump just is himself, right? He makes the economy good. He makes this country safe. He makes the world have peace. And every American has some extra cash in their back pockets. Well, people tend to take notice of that. They remember the vibe and the feel of what it was like to have like $1.50 gas and what it was like to have an economy and a country that was on the right track. And that is why Latinos and black people and minorities and white people and everyone is like, well, maybe give me some of that Trump again. Okay, we can take the mean tweets. We'll take the Cinco de Mayo tweets. In the Bronx, which is the most heavily Latino district of the New York boroughs, there was a reporter for Newsmax who went to go and ask people about Donald Trump and about what their takeaway is. And Bronx voters didn't disappoint. Newsmax found mass support for Donald Trump in the bluest New York City borough in an absolutely spectacular segment. Watch this.
Bronx is the bluest of New York City's boroughs and the only borough with a Hispanic majority. President Biden got 83% of the vote here in 2020. But now the Biden campaign is seeing polls coming out saying President Trump is gaining traction with voters of color, even younger voters. So I came to the Bronx to put a face on the numbers, and I was shocked by what I heard on the streets. Do you think that President Biden is doing a good job with the economy?
No, he's not doing nothing to support nobody.
Was he doing a good job? Yes or no?
No. I can see we're all going to be in the streets homeless.
Biden and his press secretary said that prices are going down. Is that your experience, or is that not true?
No, that is definitely not true. Prices are definitely going up. I used to go across the street to Fordham to go get me a meal. I can't even get me a meal because that meant $20.
Nice.
Minority communities, we're not seeing the improvement. There's inflation with everything: food, gas, insurance prices. I mean, you name it.
Bidenomics is not working. It's just a complete mess. It's a disaster. Especially here in New York City, we're feeling it very hard.
If you could say anything to Biden right now, who says that the economy is improving, especially in black and brown communities, what would you say to him?
That's lies. I believe that's lies. Heavy lies on that. For
Those
sure.
are lies.
Do you think that somebody else besides Biden should be president?
Yes,
next
of course. Bring back Trump.
Tell me why.
We had money. We had money when Trump was president.
Free my son Trump.
Free my son Trump.
Trump 2024, everybody. Trump 2023.
That's crazy. And we're here in the Bronx.
I'm gonna vote for Trump if he runs.
Nice.
Because I feel like it was much better when he was here financially for everybody. Not just me, for everybody.
I'm definitely voting for Donald Trump. He made sure we had money in our pockets. He was for the people. He made sure we had what we needed. I feel like everything will go back to how it was. I mean, ever since he's been out of office, everything's declined.
When Trump was president, my life was good. Economical wise,
It's a feel.
I was doing so much better.
They're
It's a
saying
feeling.
it's going to be Biden Trump, so who will you vote for?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to go for Trump. Sorry.
I'm gonna go for Trump. Trump.
How about
Always
you?
Trump.
Here, let me see. Who are you voting for?
Trump.
Feeling the pain of price hikes is one thing.
Trump!
But the show of open support for former President Donald J. Trump on the streets of the Bronx was very surprising. And it's the sort of thing that has Biden campaign strategists looking very carefully at the messaging around Bidenomics as we get closer to 2024. Reporting for Newsmax from the streets of the Bronx, New York, I'm Kara Castronova.
Man, what a great report. Well done, Newsmax. I used to have a show on Newsmax. I like Newsmax. I like my time there. Had to pause it all to come and build these channels up. I had to invest in this audience, but man, I like Newsmax. It's a great report. Bravo, well done, and also hilarious. Now, you could say these are cherry-picked answers. Oh, they're going and they're picking the answers and they're saying, oh man, like, hey, listen, they just went and found the few Trump reporters. They were out in the field for 20 hours and they found like 2 or 3 Trump supporters, and then they just put that together and they rigged the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Republicans don't do those kind of things. You see, all you need to do is go to the streets and ask normal people. And you don't even have to do it inside of blue states, although it's shocking that that's happening inside of a blue state of New York. You can do it in red states. You can do it in big cities in red states. You can do it with populations and communities that typically don't vote for Republicans. In fact, the trend is for 80+% of black people to vote for the Democrat Party. You could argue that that is total and complete garbage and that Republican leadership is trash, and that this is a constituency that should obviously vote for Republicans, but nonetheless, doesn't change the facts that these are not typically Republican voters. Yet, if you go and ask black men specifically who they want for president in 2024, you'll get responses like this.
People, you know, we with Trump.
Yeah, I fuck with Trump. I don't know what everybody got against him.
Yo, he was making the breadwinners, you heard?
I'm a Democrat too, but okay, we Trump.
We need Trump back in office right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I f with Trump, to be honest with you, bro, for real, Trump really did. And I like him because he's about money. It wasn't about no politics. He wanted to make America great again. Through Trump.
That boy Trump, we making sure to get their bread. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking Trump for life. Trump for life. I ain't gonna lie.
Love Donald Trump. Trump wanted us to get off our and get some money. Trump 2024.
It's the truth. He made everybody hold a piece of money.
Trump really a boss. Running it how it's supposed to be ran. And people just can't take it. And he putting out facts in front of the people. He ain't lying to the people. People just don't want to accept the truth.
Trump, man, we rocking with you. Love you, Trump. My dog. Uncle T, what's up?
Trump put the money in our pocket.
Trump had the country on the path as far as economically.
He put America first, so it makes right to place people first.
Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't get him for none of the real get it, gang.
I ain't used to like that, but now, bro, I realize that he meant well for the country and shit, bro. We need
nice.
That back. Free Trump. Trump.
Free Trump.
They all tricked y'all dumb to get Trump out the chair, and now look how that I'm backfired on y'all dumb. Trump got my back. Trump for life.
Donald Trump, he showed us love, and he didn't stop. 2024 Trump. Trump 2024. And we from Baltimore. I ain't gonna lie.
And we're from Baltimore.
Trump, my mother. No.
Imagine they talking about Trump. He's probably the best thing for America right now, no cap. Really.
Trump. My man Trump. He's gangsta. I like him. I love him. Make America great again. Let's go.
Trump 2024, baby. Trump 2028, Trump 2032. Man, listen. Trump for life.
They are so scared of Donald Trump. This is why they must do whatever it takes to stop Donald Trump from winning in 2024. And they're going to. Donald Trump driving through the urban poor neighborhoods of Atlanta after his arrest and mugshot. What happens next will shock you. The people of Atlanta literally coming out to cheer for Donald Trump, saying, "Free my N-word Trump," is what they were screaming in the road. I'm just quoting them. I'm quoting them. Saying Fanny done effed up. They can't fight the feeling. The feeling that everybody has is that life was better under Donald Trump. And it's true. I mean, it's empirically true. Black residents in New York City blast the city's sanctuary city status. People feel as though they're being forgotten in this country. And now the forgotten men and women of this country who Donald Trump appeals to, that group of people have gotten much, much larger, including BLM co-founders. This guy is the BLM co-founder, Mark Fisher, supporting Donald Trump in the 2024 election. I mean, you could love it, hate it, whatever. It is what it is. On a more somber note, the mother of a veteran who was slain in New York City based on the defund the police, import crime policies of Democrat cities and states that are just anti-human and borderline suicidal, had this to say about the Democrat Party. People are walking away from the plantation of the Democrat Party. I think she speaks for a great deal of Americans. And it is becoming empirical. The red wave, the Donald Trump 2024 presidency, is it inevitable? Listen to this and stay based.
Pike that are going to affect the brown and black community, just like the illegals that are being pushed into these communities, sucking up the resources from the longtime residents that live there. All right, taxpayers. Poor taxpayers are now going to have to foot the bill for these people, and we can't even afford to pay our own rent. All right. Now we have tax coming down to programs and different things that are going to be cut directly from our community to pay for illegals. All right. There's a problem with that. There's a huge problem with it. And, you know, minorities may be silent as far as being vocal, but I believe that, you know, in 24, this new election, the next cycle, we're going to see a overwhelmingly amount of people that we have not seen in 30 years come out to vote. All right, people are being educated on the voter registration piece, how to change their party affiliation, question number 14 on their voter registration form, and people are walking away from the plantation of the Democratic Party once and for all.
Aliza, the Democrats, as an independent voter, you probably see this, they target different groups. It doesn't look like the targeting of minorities, young voters, is working for them. Could you see yourself giving the Democrats a shot this election?
I really am focused right now on the security of this country, and which I do think is tied directly to the security in Israel, the only democratic state in the Middle East. So for me, my issues, which are normally, you know, abortion and rights and equality for everyone, right now I am a single issue voter. Yeah. So I will vote for whoever I think is the strongest on those subjects. Speaking of abortion, Stephanie, it looks like the Democrats are going to double down on that being the main issue. And they've gotten some great success from it in the past elections, especially the midterms. Do you think that issue alone is going to be enough for the Democrats to reelect Joe Biden?
Look, if you ask me on a personal level how I vote on abortion, I am pro-choice 100% of the time. However, to me, it's a secondary issue right now. First, we have to make sure that America is around for the next 4 years and not turned into another country that's part of the Middle East. I mean, I'm serious. This is a real threat to democracy. We're seeing it unravel in front of our own eyes, and we're not doing anything to combat it. So I can wait and talk about abortion later, but I also want to point out that for the first time, abortion rights were reduced under President Biden. That was not under a Republican leader. So I think it's totally irrelevant who our president is if we're really talking about concretely when rights are altered.
Such a good point. Mayor and Sergio, I only got about 30 seconds. If you had the opportunity to speak to the president, what would you tell him?
I would tell him it's time to retire.
Sergio.
Same thing, man. Just try to leave this a little bit better than the damage you've already done.